Our expert in elder law, Gary Price, is with us today to talk about all those all-important in-home care services and how that relates to Medicaid. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning.
So what are we talking about when we use the phrase in-home care services? Is that a pretty broad, painting with a pretty broad brush there?
It is. There's a lot of services available for in-home. So this discussion is for people who maybe they have a spouse or parent that doesn't need full-time care, nursing home facility, but you sure could use some help. The current caregiver sure could use some help in the home for their care. Or it's for somebody who doesn't need full nursing home care, but maybe they're considering assisted living. And there are assisted living facilities that accept Medicaid under this particular service. Yeah, there's a whole lot of different services, in-home services that are available.
Well then, all right, if we find we need that or we're contemplating that for a loved one, what do we need to know about Medicaid and what's covered?
Well, I'll tell you, the big thing covered, a lot of things, as I said, are covered. Attendant care is the big thing. So that's helping with functional needs. So that's usually the discussion we have the most. And the functional needs might include just positioning or moving or turning or bathing or eating, helping eat, preparing meals, transportation, taking medication, a long list of services. What you need to know is that in order to receive these services, these in-home services, and they being paid by Medicaid, that you still have to be eligible. You still have to meet the requirements of Medicaid eligibility. And as we've discussed before, those eligibility requirements include income restrictions and they include resource restrictions. Those still apply.
Now, do you address this topic in your book, Gary? We're seeing the book on the screen right now.
Yeah, and I can show you the book as well. And yeah, we address this in the book, and we have a list of, not the complete list, but a list of services that are provided for in-home care.
Well, what are some of the questions we need to be asking? For example, if we are thinking about our spouse or we're thinking about a loved one, a parent, what are the questions we need to be asking you?
Well, it becomes apparent. The current caregiver, who may be a spouse or who may be a child or an adult child or nephew or niece, it becomes apparent when these services are needed. They need a break. The 24/7 that they're providing, they just can't do it. They need some help and assistance, and that's when they need to start talking to me about this. The questions always then go back to the normal questions, which the book talks about, and that is the requirements of Medicaid eligibility, because that's what we have to do. As far as the services go, it gets pretty simple. They get a caseworker. The caseworker discusses with them. Used to, the caseworker would meet with them, but now they just pretty well talk over the phone, and they determine the plan of care necessary for that person.
And does that caseworker come to them through Medicaid?
The caseworker actually through SWRCA, who I know you've talked to SWRCA.
Many times. They do great work. Yeah.
So you go through SWRCA, and the caseworker comes through them. They develop that plan of care. That gets approved by the state. And then on the other side, while they're doing that, we get you eligible for Medicaid.
Well, it's great teamwork and great partnership with your organization and SWRCA. Thank you for that. Gary, let everybody know how they can get their hands on your wonderful book.
Get a free copy of the book. I'm happy to send it to you. Just call my office, 812-479-8721. We'll put one in the mail for you.
As always, I learn something every single time I talk to you. Thank you, Gary Price.
Good to talk to you, Angie. Thank you.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles after this. Stay with us.